community page. So we'll record from here. We're going to get straight into it. All right, guys, welcome to the Mindset and Nutrition Seminar. The first part we're going to go over is basically nutrition. And guys, I want to let you know what we're going to go over tonight is nothing new. If you've been around at Fit Club for a while, everything we're going to go over, it's probably going to be something you've really heard before. But what I want you to take from that is that we're not teaching, there's no real secrets. Everything that we teach you, the simplicity of it is what's going to get you your, give you your health and fitness goals. So we're just going to keep going over them and maybe you're going to pick something up that you've forgotten from the first time you heard it, or maybe this is your first time. And if that's the case, guys, I'm glad that you're here and you're listening to this. And guys, the mindset seminar we're going to focus most of our time on. And the reason that is because at the end of the day, I could give you all the information in the world. In fact, you have at your fingertips on your phone all the information in the world. So it's not that you need information. And the information is not what's missing. It is the attitude and the willingness to actually go ahead and put these things in process. So that's why we focus a lot on mindset, because at the end of the day, if your head's not in it, you're not going to pick up the right food and you're not going to get to the gym when you know you need to. So again, guys, we're going to focus a lot more on mindset tonight. And I'll be letting everyone know this shouldn't go any more than about 45 minutes. If it does, feel free to start yelling at me or writing in the chat box. All right. All right, guys, we're going to get started. And like I said, I'm going to go straight into nutrition. And like I said, I'm going to say it again. This is the same stuff, but you're going to hear it again until you get it right. Guys, so first of all, if your goal is weight loss or maintenance, this is definitely like the easiest thing to follow, okay? If your goal is to put on a little bit more, it's a little bit different with that first one there when we're saying 1, 2, 3, because these are the things that you need to follow. Simply, guys, there's 3 things that you need to do to basically get yourself in the best shape of the rest and get yourself healthy, okay? So the first one, guys, is your BMR. Now, this is your basal metabolic rate or your basic metabolic rate. Now, what that is, guys, is that if you've ever had a Tanita scan or a bio scan with us, there's going to be a number there. And your BMR is how much muscle you actually have in your body, and it's going to give you a number. Most women probably have about 14 to 1600 for their BMR. Most men have about 18 to 2000. Now, what that is that's how many calories. If your body was to get up and do nothing all day, that's how many calories that your body would consume just sitting where it is, okay? And so if your goal is weight loss or maintenance, you don't want to eat over that BMR, okay? So you want to keep your calorie intake under your BMR. That's it. That's the first thing you need to do. The second thing you need to do is making sure you're hitting your RDI, your recommended daily intake of vitamins and minerals, okay? This is very important. Mostly this is going to give you a lot more energy. It's going to make sure your body's sufficient of everything that it needs to basically do what it needs to do, and that is help you. That's do things on a level that we don't even have to think about. It just happens for us. Okay, so if you don't have the vitamins and minerals for your body, you're going to be lacking. You're going to be in deficiency straight away. The third thing you need to do is make sure you're hitting your protein intake. This is the biggest one, and this is the one most people miss. So, guys, what happens is that your body goes to repair itself every 2 to 3 hours. And if you haven't eaten, and I should say, if you haven't eaten within that time, and the most important factor is that if there's not protein within that food, then your body's going to go to the nearest place to find it. Okay, so the nearest place it's going to get its protein from is your muscle. So when you're not eating regularly and you don't have a sufficient amount of protein in there, then your body's going to be taking protein from your muscle, so you're going to lose muscle. And then because it doesn't know when it's going to get its next meal or sufficient protein source, it's going to start storing as much as it can as fat in that as well to make sure your body has it for later. So all because you haven't eaten regularly and you didn't have the right amount of protein intake, you're losing muscle, you're storing fat. So this is a big thing. Excuse me, guys, I'm just having water in between. All right, guys, so what is a good amount of protein? So the easiest way to work this out, because there is a way you can calculate it, and there's a lot of different ways, but the easiest way to think about it is this. If you can see the little one on the left, is per snack, you want to be having about 10 to 15 grams of protein. And per meal, about 20 to 30 grams. And I'm going to show you guys some pictures and some stuff at the end. All right, so this is the sufficient amount that you need to be having per snack and meal. There's a few little dot points over to my right there, which I don't know if you guys should be able to see. Some of the other things that you're going to want to do on top of 1, 2, and 3 is you want to be having a minimum of 2 to 3 liters of water. You want to be eating within 30 minutes of waking up, okay? And that's basically because your body's been at rest all night. It's been working very hard, whether you've been asleep for 6, 8, 10 hours sleep. You have not eaten in between that time. So when you're waking up, your body needs that full balanced meal. It needs protein, fats, carbohydrates, it needs vitamins, minerals, everything you need in a full balanced meal, okay? And within 30 minutes of getting up, guys. So if you're getting up at 5:30 a.m., before 6 a.m., you need to have your breakfast. This is also going to kickstart your metabolism and get your body to start burning fat straight away, all right? And I'm going to show you guys a little video on metabolism at the end. All right, and of course, eating every 2 to 3 hours. So if your first meal is at 6 a.m., and I'm going to show you this now. If your first meal is at 6 a.m., guys, which needs to be, remember, a full balanced meal, then your next meal is going to be at 9 a.m. And this needs to be a protein snack, but remember, a protein snack that's sufficient to 10 to 15 grams of protein. And the next meal, guys, 12 p.m., and this is meal 3, and it's a full balanced meal again. All right, now I'm writing full balanced meal and protein snack, and I'll give you some examples after, and we're going to go through some stuff in detail in a second. Guys, 3 hours after that, you need to have eaten, and it needs to be another protein snack. So this would be at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. And guys, I'm telling you right now, if you're hungry around lunchtime or in the afternoon, and this is when most people start craving the sugar and that, it's really because you haven't eaten regularly enough, or you haven't got a sufficient amount of protein in your diet. That's why you're hungry. That's why you're crashing. That's why you're craving sugar. Okay, simple. Meals 5, guys, is about 6 p.m. and it needs to be another full balanced meal. On this one, what we suggest is backing off the carbs at night time. You've had a sufficient enough throughout the day. You don't need to be having as much carbs as you would throughout at night. And then, guys, there's an optional meal 6, and this is no later than 60 minutes from sleep. And this is an optional protein snack. I'd suggest some like Greek yogurt with some protein powder. We have our Rebuild, tastes amazing. So it's like a little dessert. All right, guys, so full balanced meal. This is what we mean by a full balanced meal. It needs to be basically 40% vegetables and 30% protein, 30% carbohydrates and fats, okay? So this is what we're looking at here. Now you can see it's got the exact split there, which is 25 protein, 25 carbs, and 10% healthy fats. All right, so what they're looking at there is the vegetables, and this shows you a really good example. Okay, so really good example. So you've got your meat, your carbohydrates, your healthy fats, and then your vegetables in there, guys. That's basically what your plate needs to look like, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now, I know what you guys are thinking, breakfast, why, it's so hard to have. Imagine having this for breakfast every morning. 1, how hard would that be to prepare? 2, who feels like a big hot meal at breakfast at that time? 3, who the hell has the time? All right, this is why we suggest our breakfast shakes and stuff like that, guys. And I'm going to show you the 5-day challenge if you've never seen that before. Basically, within our shake, you're going to get 50% of your recommended daily intake of vitamins and minerals, and you're going to have an exact full balanced meal, and it tastes amazing. Protein snack, guys. So there's a lot of different protein snacks out there. A lot of things that people wouldn't actually realize is a protein snack. So if you look at the picture on the right there, guys, this is going to give you a sufficient amount and some good ideas here for protein snacks. And again, guys, you can take a picture of this or go through it later. You can also ask your coach for any of in the 5-day challenge booklets that you get, it's got all of these in there. And I'm going to show you guys that now. I'm going to play a quick video on metabolism to give you guys, to let you know what that is.
become very difficult to live a healthy life today. So many of us live such fast-paced lives that it's sometimes hard to make time to eat healthy or go to the gym. Many people think they are making healthy choices, but they just aren't getting the results they want, and they don't know why. That is why I'll be addressing some of the most common questions or misunderstandings people have about living a healthy life. First, maybe some of you have heard about metabolism, as it's a big buzzword in the health and fitness industry. Metabolism is the chemical process by which a plant or animal transforms food into usable energy. This energy is measured in calories and is used to provide energy for all the things your body does, including sleeping, walking, thinking, and everything else. The faster your metabolism, the more calories you burn throughout the day. The more calories you burn, the fewer calories you have left over, which is important because extra calories are so often stored as fat. So here are 4 things you can do to boost your metabolism. Number 1, protein-based breakfast. Even though your body is resting at night, it's still hard at work, rebuilding tissue, regulating hormones, and more. As a result, our bodies are depleted in the morning and in immediate need of nutrition. A healthy breakfast should contain vitamins, minerals, as well as protein to maintain a healthy muscle mass and to replenish the body's functions. If you think of your metabolism as a campfire, this first meal would be the flame that ignites it. When people only eat 3 times a day, at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, they're providing an inconsistent flow of calories to their body. That can often result in unstable energy levels, which can contribute to that feeling of being tired throughout the day. Number 2, scheduled snacking. Scheduled snacking helps maintain a fast metabolism. You can think of eating every 2 to 3 hours like throwing a new log on your campfire and keeping the flame burning strong throughout the day. Number 3, exercise. There are many different ways to exercise and increase the amount of calories you burn throughout the day. Cardio is a great way to work your most important muscle, your heart. But when it comes to your metabolism, strength training is intended to increase or maintain a healthy muscle mass. This can keep your body healthy and strong, but can also boost your metabolism and potentially lower your body fat percentage. Having more muscle mass helps in burning calories. With every pound of additional muscle, you burn approximately 15 to 50 more calories daily. So along with cardio, it's important to strength train to retain your muscle mass to boost your metabolism. Number 4, healthy sleep and recovery routine. Having a healthy sleep routine is a critical yet often ignored component to living a healthy, active lifestyle. Not getting at least 7 to 8 hours of healthy sleep can impact your ability to build and maintain your muscle mass and bones. This can therefore affect your weight. As I've said previously, muscle mass plays an important role in your metabolism, so it's important to have good sleep for your body to operate at an optimal level. Metabolism plays an important role in maintaining a healthy, active lifestyle, but there's still many other things that can help you reach your health and fitness goals. If you're ready to learn more about boosting your metabolism and the other fundamentals of living a healthy, active lifestyle, then you'll be interested in our 5-day challenge. The 5-day challenge is a 5-day program designed to help you jumpstart your healthy, active lifestyle. It's our goal to help you get into the best shape of your life for the rest of your life. So if you want to take your body and mindset to the next level, click the button below to get more information about the...
All right, guys, welcome. I'm back. And there is no button below, guys, so don't start looking for the button below to press. All right, guys, if you are interested in the 5-day challenge, guys, which basically is going to teach you everything that we went over tonight, how to accomplish that for your lifestyle and your budget and everything like that, to follow it and to help you achieve all of that over 5 days. So it's really cool, guys. If you've never done the 5-day challenge before, or maybe you've done it before and you're starting to get off track, this is the best time to do it. Just so you guys know, it's only $35. You're going to get the full pack of 6 shakes, 6 teas, the 5-day challenge booklet, which is a 52-page of comprehensive guide and everything like that, guys. So if that's something you're interested in, guys, get back to your coach. All right, for now, guys, that's all we're going to do on nutrition tonight. We're going to go into the mindset part. And like I said, this is the biggest part for everyone, okay? So we're going to put most of our focus on that tonight. All right. Just gonna, I think I've just need to mute a few people again. Sorry. All right, guys. So, okay. All right, guys. So we're going to head into the mindset part of the seminar now. So one of the things you're going to hear about a lot is, you know, of course, what is your goal? But they're going to also talk about what is your why. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, well, listen, I don't know what my why is. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I hear it a lot lately, and I'm not sure what you're talking about. Or maybe you already know what it, you're not even sure what it is. So basically, your why is just what's making you do it? What is making you want to lose weight, to want to look a certain way, feel a certain way, and try to accomplish it? Like, why do you want to accomplish what you want to accomplish? Why are you here at Fit Club? Why do you do the challenges? You know, why do you do anything? And this is not just for your health and fitness. This is a question that you should be asking yourself whenever you start to do something too long and you're like, man, why am I doing this? You should ask yourself that question, because you're probably not doing, and if you can't answer it, I should say, then you're probably not on the right path. Guys, if you're going to Fit Club and you're trying to look a certain way, or you're trying to, you know, feel a certain way, but you don't know why you're doing it, then really sit down and have a look at what is it that you want? What is your goal, and why is it important to you? Because let me tell you this, guys, if the why is not strong enough, you're not going to do it. Like, if you don't know why you're doing it, you're never going to hit your goal. So here's the key, guys. The key is to know your why you're doing it. And I'll give you an example of this. You know, basically, a lot of people's why, when I sit down with them, they really don't know, and they don't know how to answer the question. So I always sort of dive deep down and try to ask it a little bit deeper. And I won't do it with anyone now live or anything, but what I usually do is to say, so why do you want to lose 20 kilos, right? And the person will say, well, listen, I want to be healthy and I want to be in good shape. Yeah, but why do you want to be healthy? Why do you want to be in good shape? And they'll be like, okay. And they don't really know how to answer it. And you go, okay, well, I want to be around. And I usually go a little bit deeper. And what you'll find, if you dig deep enough, if you think about it deep enough, you will find the real why. And most of the time it might be, well, listen, I've had a scare from the doctor. I've got a couple of kids, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be around long enough to see them grow up. And that's your reason. That's the reason why. You know, for you to be around long enough because you think you're going to die, that is important, guys. If you don't think that if you're going to live past to a stage where you're going to see your children grow up or your grandchildren get married, like, that's something you want to be able to do. That's why. That's a deep why, and that will keep you connected. That'll make sure you're coming to the gym every day. You know, it also might be something as simple as, I'll ask them, you know, why is the wife here, you know, blah, blah, blah. And she'll say, well, listen, you know what? My husband hasn't seen me naked for 10 years because I'm ashamed of myself. And she doesn't, and she's sick of it. She's done. She's so sick of having to be so conscious. So these are the things that these are the real whys. These are the questions that we're looking for. These are the answers, because when you find something that is strong enough, when you find your why that is strong enough, the how will come. Okay? You will do what you need to do. You will start eating the right foods when you're knowledgeable on what you need to do, and you will start getting to the gym, okay? I guarantee you, when you find your why, the how will come. Guys, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about your current thought pattern and how we can sort of change that. Because a lot of the thing is that you're here, and everything that you've done in life, wherever you are, your work life, your career, your marriage, everything that you've done is because you put yourself there. Now, let me explain a little bit. So, you know, let's take an example. And I'm going to have a good one at the end there as well. But, you know, let's take an example. You've got here, it always starts with your potential and your thoughts. So what you're thinking, all right, is obviously your potential. All right. So whatever you're thinking throughout the day, so something happens and to try to motivate you. So we always have these thoughts that are going through our head. And let's say we get a little bit of motivation, and that's going to help us inspire to take action. So let's say it's New Year's Day, day one. And this guy's, has the potential. He's like, all right, I'm thinking, I should really get to the gym, and I'm going to do it. I'm really going to make a difference with myself this year. This is the year for me. And what happens is he starts taking a little bit of action. So you go to the next step. He starts taking the action towards what he needs to do, and he starts going to the gym. He gets a gym membership at least anyway. Starts going, and then suddenly things start to slowly happen. Things start to creep in. Maybe he's worked a little bit too long, so he's like, I'll skip today. Or maybe he's had a couple of days that were good, so he's going to give himself a cheat day already straight away. So, his action he's taking starts to slow down. So what type of result do you think this guy's going to have if after about 2 or 3 weeks, he's already gone back to his old patterns? Okay, not a very good one. So at the end of the month, February comes around, and he looks at his result, and he's like, man, this is BS. Thinking, I tried so hard. I started going at the start of the month. But if he's really honest with himself, he'll start to realize that he didn't take that action, but his result's not very good, is it? And that's all because his belief at the start wasn't 100%. I guarantee you, if you start with the belief, this is where you need to start. Because ultimately, the reason he didn't take that action is because his thoughts were only, his potential wasn't as high. And his potential wasn't as high because if you go back, his belief, knowing that, listen, deep down in his subconscious, he's kind of saying to himself, I'm motivated, so I'm going to give this a go. But he doesn't truly believe it's possible for him. Like, he's done it before. He knows this time of year, he's always trying a new diet. He's tried multiple things before to get in shape or be healthy or get that, body he desired, but it always failed for him. And the only reason it always failed is because he did not truly believe that it was possible. Now, guys, if you can start with your belief system, if you can change your mindset, you will change your life. When you truly believe that it's possible. So let's say I get that same guy now and I take him down to Fit Club. And at Fit Club, I introduce him to a few people. I take him over to some of my clients. I'm like, hey, Steve, this is Brett. And he sees Brett and he's like, man, like Brett had a very similar story to him. Brett needed to maybe lose 20 kilos. Brett had, all these things in common with Steve. And he's starting to, but Brett has lost 20, 30 kilos. And he's like, wow, man, like this guy, very same situation, similar story. This type of thing happens. But when Steve sees Brett, who has done it before, and it was in that situation, Steve says to himself, man, you know what? Maybe it's possible. Maybe it is possible for me. And he goes into it. When I get him into that class and I coach him into doing the right things, he's going to do it. It's not me that's going to do it. The coach is not the person that is actually keeping you accountable. The coach is guiding you. The coach is mentoring you. But the coach is not what makes it possible. It's you and your belief system and how much impact you put into that. How much effort that you're going to put in. When you know that it's possible and you have a different thought pattern, your thoughts and your potential is so much higher. You start coming to the gym now. You're taking more action. You're showing up at every class. You're picking up the right foods that we give you. You're actually taking action, all right, because your potential is so much higher. So what's your result going to be like? It's going to be way better than you've ever had before. And this is what goes bam. This is what causes a different spiral. And we're going to put you in a positive spiral. Your result now is better than you've ever had before. So boom, it goes back to your belief. You're like, wow, it is possible. I did do it. I can't believe it. Now, guess what? Your belief is even higher. Your potential is even higher. Your action will be even higher. Your results will be even better. And that just keeps getting better and better and better. Because this is the spiral that we're going to put you on. You can go negative or you can go positive. It all determines on what you believe and how you foresee that. So Remember, what you're thinking, okay, is a result to what your belief is. So you need to change that pattern. We're going to give you a couple tools to help you change that. And the best thing is like we said, the fifth element being community. This is what helps you get in the right mindset. The community and that coach puts you around the right people to give you that belief. All right. Guys, does anyone here know who Roger Bannister is? Guys, some of you might know who Roger Bannister is. Some of you might not. I'm going to tell you who Roger Bannister is, and this is going to become apparent when when you hear the rest of Roger's story. So, guys, Roger Bannister is the first person in history to ever run and break the 4-minute mile. So, guys, I want you to. This was in 1954. 1954. Roger Bannister was the first person to do under 4 minutes in the 4-minute mile. Under 4 minutes in the mile, guys. So, what was strange about this? What was so different about this, guys, is that previously, that the belief from man was that the 4-minute mile was impossible. That there had been hundreds and thousands of people before him, thousands of people that had tried it and had never been able to accomplish it. So the belief was that it was not possible for man to break the 4-minute mile. Now, what happened is that after 1954, when Roger Bannister broke that 4-minute mile, between now and then, there has been over 20,000 people, including high school students, that have broken the 4-minute mile. So what happened? What was the difference? Why before 1954 had man never been able to break the 4-minute mile? And then after that, over 20,000 people have been able to achieve this. And I'll tell you this, guys. This is what happened. What changed was that when that person got on the track, they knew that it was possible because somebody had done it before them. They knew that it had been done before. So they had the belief that it was possible. And that's how over 20,000 people, including high school students, have been able to achieve and break the 4-minute mile today. So we're going to go into this now, guys, and you just saw it then. How can anyone do what they need to do? How can you achieve your goals, your body goals, your mindset goals, your career goals, your health goals, every goal that you need to achieve in life, everything you need to do? There is only one thing, and this is it. You need to raise your standards. That's it. If there's one thing that you need to take away tonight, this is it. Raise your standards. This is the only thing you need to do. If you really want to hit your health goals and you really want to achieve all this, this is it, guys. People in life don't hit their shoulds, they only hit their musts. Now, what I mean by that is that so many people, they have these things that they want to achieve. I should do this, I should do that. I should go to the gym, I should eat the right foods. Now, you should until you should all over yourself, okay? You know what I'm saying? So people in life don't do their shoulds. They do their must. What must they do? I must pay my rent. I must feed myself. I must feed my kids. I must do this. These are the things that they will do no matter what. You will do no matter what because you must do it. So all we realistically need to do is take the things that are a should and turn them into a must. And how we're going to do that is simple. Raise your standards. That is it, guys. That is it. That's the only thing you need to do. All right? Stop shooting all over yourself. Raise your standards. Know that you're better, okay? You're better than this. You know, if you've been overweight, if there's weight that you don't want to have, if you want to look a certain way, then become that person. Start thinking like that person. Become a better you. And it is so simple. It is just make a decision. Boom. It's like that. You make a decision that today I am no longer being lazy. I'm no longer being, I'm not going to be, by my excuses. It's just no, I must do it now. When you've raised your standards and it sinks in, then you will do it. You will make your shoulds a must. That's all you need to do, guys. That is it. Be better for you, be better for your kids, be better for your family, be better for a better lifestyle, be better for choices, be better for everything. That's all you need to do, guys. And that's all I want. I want nothing but the best for you. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself now, because I promised I'd tell some people a little bit about my story and how I got started. So, guys, why I'm here today is pretty simple. Before this, it was about 3.5 years ago now. Before I got into the health and fitness industry, I was actually in the military. And in the military, I was an infantry soldier. I did East Timor in Afghanistan. In Afghanistan, I got to work in the resuscitation bay, which is kind of like MASH, if you guys have ever know what MASH is. So I got to witness a lot of stuff. I got a lot of people die, faces, limbs blown off, all that sort of stuff. So I got to witness a fair bit. A few things that I did witness, guys, was I watched a couple of children die, and that was quite hard for me. So within the resuscitation bay, that was quite hard. After coming back from Afghanistan, I started suffering from major anxiety attacks. I basically, that pushed me into a major depression, and I became suicidal. It was at that point I thought, okay, maybe there's something wrong with me. Up until then, just being a typical male, and especially an infantry soldier, you don't really want to admit that type of stuff. So guys, that was when I decided that I needed help, and I got help. One of the best things I did, guys, was I started, and it was by accident, I started hiding away and I started working out. Guys, working out and exercise gives you these endorphin releases that you're not going to get anywhere else on the planet. It's you can't shoot up for it. You can't go out and party and pop pills for it. That working out and the endorphins that you get from that, you get nowhere else. That is one of the biggest and most amazing things that happened for me. I started working out, and that got me to start thinking a different way. From there, I started doing personal development, and this is why we focus on mindset a lot. There's a couple of things. I started listening to things that were changing me, changing my thoughts, changing the way I would think. And this got me to set new goals and a new belief system. This helped me to start thinking, all right, well, what do I want to do? At this point, I was getting medically discharged from the army. And I thought, okay, you know what? I found my why. My why became, after seeing so much bad things happen to people and not be able to do anything about it, and come home and see so many people with so much potential. So many people in Australia have so much potential. They have so much, but one, they don't appreciate it. And two, they don't have a platform to sort of, platform for success. My why became I wanted to change and transform as many lives as possible. I had no idea how I was going to do that. But I thought, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. So guys, between the time of getting medically discharged and opening up, it was 6 months between that, just making that decision and opening up 1,000 square meter gym that cost me $250,000 investment, another $100,000 later. So it was only 6 months between making that decision to having all of that open. We had Commando Steve at the opening. We had everything we had going for us. And that's sort of how I got started, guys. My why became I wanted to help change and transform as many lives as possible. How I thought I was going to do that was within a gym, all right? But very quickly, I found out a couple of things. One was that the people in a normal gym and that type of atmosphere, these people don't really want your help. They want to go to the gym. They don't want to talk to you. They don't really want help. They kind of just want to do their own thing. That's the type of people that I found in like a commercial gym environment. The second thing was a learning lesson for me is that business is hard. I ran that gym for 2.5 years, and 2.5 years, I didn't get to pay myself once. We actually lost everything. We lost the entire gym. We lost our house. We lost everything we ever owned, and basically became bankrupt. Okay, so after 2.5 years of fighting and trying to help people, because I thought this is my why, I thought this is what I was going to do, we became bankrupt. We lost everything we ever had. I've got 2 kids, a wife, so moving my kids into a place from a 5-bedroom house to a 2-bedroom apartment, it was horrible, guys, and it was really hard. And it was a couple things that really got me to stay focused, guys, and it was realistically, it was Fit Club and the people in the company. It was the people in the company that kept me here, and they kept me around. I stayed focused. Their why was my why. My why was their why. And we surrounded ourselves around people trying to achieve that, people trying to accomplish the same thing, and being, just being there for each other. So, guys, that's what got me out of this. And then about a year ago, we found the Fit Club model, decided to go full time with it. Between then, we've now got 5 Fit Clubs opened up. They're all doing incredible. We're helping hundreds and hundreds of people today. And this is just getting started. We want to help hundreds of thousands of people, mostly in Australia, but then worldwide. And I'm just so excited to have you all a part of that and for you guys to be here. What I really want, guys, for you, more than anything, my specialty became helping people in health and fitness. But what I really want to see is people achieving more than they've ever had before, more than they've ever dreamed of. Become better, and then duplicate that, guys. Help more people. Don't just, once you've helped yourself, go help someone else overcome that, because it is the best feeling in the world. All right, guys, that's it from me tonight. If there's any questions, queries, guys, I'll leave it open for another 5 minutes. If anyone has any questions, guys, I'd love to hear what you guys think. And then that's it from me, guys. So, guys, I'll unmute everyone, and then we'll go from there for any questions. How was that? How's everyone going? We missed half of it. You missed her. Oh, man. That's all right. I've recorded it. I'll be putting it on the 24 Fit Club community page, guys. Guys, is there any questions or anything? I'd love to answer as many questions as possible.
Hey, Bill.
Hey.
Hi.
What up?
So where are you putting it, sorry?
24 Fit Club community. That's our page that everybody should already be a part of. 24 space fit space club space community. All right.
Fantastic.
All right.
Yeah,
so
we
it's a closed group.
A bit over.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, it's a closed group.
Make sure we all watch that tonight. We will watch it tonight.
Very good, guys. Well, listen, if there's no more questions, guys, I want to thank everyone for being on. While the coaches are on, I want to make sure, don't forget, in 15 minutes, we got our Halo. And guys, our Halo is our healthy, active lifestyle opportunity for basically to become a challenger, an ambassador, a team member. So if that's something you're interested in, then just stick around, guys. We're going to talk about that at 8:30. But for everyone else, guys, thanks for coming on. I'm going to stop it here, and we'll chat to everyone very soon.